Hello. Is Tales from the Loop the best introduction to non-players for RPGs? So people who've never played before, complete newbies? I think it might be. It's a close call between it and Alien, but I think Tales from the Loop has just got that edge. And I'm going to explain why. First of all, there is a named product there. Now, it's not a big product, it's not way out there, but whenever you talk about it, especially online, you're going to find people who love it, who love the Amazon Prime universe. And I'm surprised at some of the people that I've met who love the books by Simon Stalenhag, people who I would not have expected to have known about them. And that brings me to a second point. Whenever you're trying to introduce the world, actually, the pictures do a lot of the heavy lifting for you. Because there's something about those pictures that gets across the feeling of the universe. It's not just a case of this is what, you've got to sit and go through a whole big long story to explain it. You just say, this is the As It Never Was. And there's robots. And there's lots of weird science. And look at these pictures and it'll help to make sense. And I think actually it's very accessible because of the artwork. So instead of this big long diatribe of, yeah, it's a bit like this and it's a bit like that and it's a bit like the other, you let people look at the pictures and they suddenly get it. And you can see that over and over and over again. The third point is there's a nostalgia element. So for non-gamers, they're automatically engaging with it from the point of view of you can bring in, if you're doing Tales from the Loop, it's the 80s and you're the kids, you're young teenagers. What's not a love? That actually has got a big hook to it for a lot of people. So you can actually make it into a bit of a party. So you can say things like, dress up as the character you're going to do, go to town, make it into a kind of event. And a lot of people will really buy into that. And it doesn't matter if you go for the 80s one or the 90s one. They've all got a bit of nostalgia to them. And I think that's a really, really good thing. The 80s maybe get a bit more geek chic at the minute, so people go for them more. But honestly, the fact you're dressing up as an archetype, the fact you're dressing up in a specific era, the fact that you can then really go to town, build up, I would suggest, try to build up a sort of buzz about it. Talk to people about what their favorite movie was from the era, what's their favorite music. If you've got an online community, put in some videos, put in some movie quotes, build it up. Try to build up that buzz all the time. Try to make it an event. And at the end of the day, this is where we get to the core bit. It's a blasted good game as well. So at the end of it, it's an easy game to play. It's an easy game to access, and actually, because it's narrative, there's not too much crunch. People are going to roll dice, but they're not going to spend their whole time trying to work out what to do. After the first couple of rolls, after the first couple of tests, they're kind of going to get it. And because it's so narrative focused, they will feel as if they've told a story. And that is ultimately what games are about. RPGs, it's about the story, and certainly within the Loop it definitely is. Anyway, that's my 2p's worth. I think that Tales from the Loop is a superb entry point, and tips I would give you are make it an event, keep it simple, show the artwork, and enjoy it yourself, and don't be worried about them going off the reservation. Playing with people who don't play games a lot, you will find they will go off the reservation in ways you wouldn't predict. It's awesome. As a GM, it makes it so much more interesting and so much more fun. Roll with it. Enjoy it. Enjoy introducing people to this fantastic world. And Now, as ever, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. But tonight, especially, can you please comment? Because I'd like to know your thoughts on it. Do you think I'm right? Do you think I'm wrong? I think Tales from the Loop has got an edge over Alien at the minute because you can do that big event thing to it. But I have to admit, I'm going to do a video on why I think it is also a superb start for Alien at some point. But I think it's between those two for me. I think that they're a great job from both There is one other thing I just want to mention. People have got D6s. The minute you start into D10s and D12s and D this and D that, people get a little bit freaked out by it. D6s are easy to get. This is an accessible game system. Anyway, that's my 2p's worth. Comment below, say what you think, and thanks for watching.